Welcome back, high-quality fans, to the High Quality Podcast, the only podcast for you, the high-quality listeners. I am your host, the new guy, joined once again by my very esteemed co-host, RH Man.
Hey, what's going on, high-quality fans?
And today, we bring you another very special guest, all the way from Ontario?
Yeah.
Dirty Spaceman!
Yo! Yeah. Hey, high quality fans.
Welcome, Dirty Spaceman. It's a big honor. I'll go ahead and I'll start this off by doing a bit of a retroactive leak, which is that
Whoa.
This is hot off the presses. Avert your ears if you don't like hearing secrets. But way back 3 years ago, in my one of many attempts to bring back the High Quality Podcast for a second season, Dirty Spaceman was actually the first person I reached out to. I was like, hey, I'm bringing the podcast back if you want to be on it. And he was like, absolutely. So we
Because I'm desperate.
We planned it out and everything, and then just never did it. And here we are 3 years later.
Yeah. It's cool. I'm glad to be here.
And we're happy to have you on.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, considering that the prospect of me being on this show was so daunting that you had to take 3 years to finally get around to it, I've got to imagine the hype is high.
It is. I mean,
Yeah, we had to muster up the energy to really get you on here.
Yeah.
I am not over-exaggerating when I say that every second of every day for the last 3 years, I have been like, okay, I think I can finally do the podcast with Spaceman. No, I can't. It's too much. But I'm glad it's all happening now.
Yeah, credit to your inner strength.
I had to do a lot of personal development to get to this point, and also I had to have RH Man hop in the lobby with me.
Yeah, we had to share power to get you on.
Yeah.
Let's hop right in and let's talk about the dirty...
The what?
The dirty details of Dirty Spaceman.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually usually... Sorry, I've got a little pog in my throat.
Oh,
Jesus.
Pog, bro.
I usually like to start with talking about games, but for you specifically, I wanted to start and talk about music and like performance and stuff, because I know you have a lot of background in that kind of stuff. So I would love to hear about like where you started with music and performing in theater and stuff.
I mean, yeah, you'd be right in the sense that I started music definitely before I ever played a game.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, no, I like an actual video game, not like an educational CD-ROM, you know? Like,
Wow.
I started violin when I was 3.
Oh.
At that point, you're not really playing the violin. You start off with the craft dinner box that has a hole cut out of it and elastics draped around it, and you're just using, I don't even remember what you're using as a bow. You might even just be plucking at the elastics. But it was...
Did you really do this?
I did this when I was 3 years old. This was how I was taught to play the violin.
Oh my god.
But then they give you an actual one, obviously. And so I did that, hated it. But my parents made me keep doing it, and eventually I Stockholm syndrome myself. It took until like high school to be like, wait, this is actually kind of goated that I know how to play this instrument. But aside from that, I also started piano at age 9.
Were you more into that than you were into violin?
I don't like, like I have 6 years in violin on piano. So like I still feel like violin is more baked into me.
Uh-huh.
But I will say it's a lot easier, and it's continued to be a lot easier for me to sit down and play the piano, because you don't have to set anything up. You just sit and play. And I've got a keyboard now in my room where I, record song ideas that I never do anything with because I'm too lazy to transcribe them. But, if I just had the discipline, I could be like Toby Fox without the actual part about making a game, So like maybe like 1/3 of Toby Fox. Yeah, 1/3 of Toby Fox.
Yeah, you could be Dirty Fox.
At best. And I'm not even at that point. So, yeah. But yeah, so I did some performances. I did some lessons. So I was always, into playing and music in general. I did, if you're talking about like performing in the stage, yeah, I did some acting in university.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
That it was pretty cool. It was,
wow, that's cool.
yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, it was an easy, low bar to entry because it was just the engineering department's like student play, and it was just like literally.
I mean, it must have been a low bar.
Dang.
It is, but it's like also.
You can't do him dirty like that on his own on your own podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I mean it kind of is. Like you don't have to have experience. You just have to like be at least you have to be able to act to some extent.
Yeah.
Like you can't be completely wooden. There's enough people that come out to act, and I would know because I directed it once, so I saw the people that came out to audition. That you do get to be a little choosy. Like you usually have to cut at least one or two actually decent people. So like it was fun, and it was a good opportunity because I'd never done anything like that in high school. I was not a theater kid. Some of the people that were involved in it were, and they talk about all these musicals and reference stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, Fiddler on the Roof, am I right? No, it was fun though. Yeah, and then, like I said, I did direct one, and I wrote it, and so that was, in a way, the first thing I wrote that actually got seen by people, that got sort of published in a way.
Whoa, you directed and wrote a play for your university?
Yeah, I co-directed it. I co-directed it because I would not, if I had to direct it myself, I had no knowledge of like the actual production elements of a play, so it would have been really bad. So luckily I had someone that actually knew what he was doing and was sort of the GOAT of the actual production side. They'd been like stage manager for like a ton of different of these plays before. So yeah, that was cool. And I did write it. It was a murder mystery.
Wow.
Oh.
It was fine. It was probably mid. It did not follow the laws of murder mysteries as established in Umineko.
Yes.
But it was fun. And then I wrote another one the year after for like a going away present to the next generation of people that were doing it. Unfortunately, that lined up with COVID, so they had to do it like as a virtual play, which was weird. Kind of worked in a way for the concept I'd written, but also it'd be nice if someday I heard that they ran it in person, but that's a long way away now.
Had you done like any writing prior to any of this? Like what spurred you to write the plays that you wrote?
What spurred me to write? Oh God, if I can answer that question. I've been writing since I was probably also since I was 3, or at least since I was like 6. That's the first time I can remember trying to like quote unquote write a book. I also wrote a book in high school, like an actual decent length one too.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't go. It was what you'd expect, of a high school level writer, but it was fun, and I sort of set that as my standards. Like, okay, I can do this, So I always wanted to write. Like, I've just taken like inspiration from all kinds of stuff, and I've always had a story on the go in mind that I want to write. But in terms of plays, I thought, I mean, for most of university, I completely was not writing. I intentionally had it on the back burner because I was like, if I'm gonna pass computer engineering, right, I have to fake it till I make it, and I gotta be sort of committed to this. I can't half-ass it or anything. So I left writing on the back burner for most of university, but I had these co-op terms where I was working for 4 months full time.
Oh yeah.
And one of them, I was sort of in the play, and I was in it, and it was being run by 2 very like new directors that hadn't even been involved in the play before, and it wasn't like they weren't doing that amazing of a job, and the script was mid. The play was fun. It's always fun, even if the script is mid, right? And even if the directors don't know what they're doing, it's always fun.
Yeah.
But I was like, I wonder if I could do better. And so that was when I started thinking, okay, I'm going to apply to direct, but I also want to write something. And it is embarrassing as hell to admit, but I had just played freaking Danganronpa.
Oh my.
And I was like, I want to write a murder mystery story.
Hell yeah, man.
So I was like, yeah, all right, let me do a murder mystery thing. And it was fun. And so that was sort of that idea. I was like, yeah, it's pretty, I find it pretty natural to just write dialogue. It took me a while to sort of get back my ability to write narration. I don't know if I had it in high school or if I lost it or what, but like maybe it was just out of habit because of writing scripts. But I just like was like, oh yeah, dialogue easy, narration, like it was hard. But I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed writing those scripts. And yeah, I'm trying to think.
I mean, I think like obviously that developing that skill came into play in regards to your involvement with the channel and everything.
Yeah, I guess.
Which we'll get to big time. But you mentioned Danganronpa, so now I want to pivot back over and ask. You said you started playing music way before you even touched a video game. When did you start touching video games?
Oh, dude, I'm touching video games.
Dude, when do you start touching these things? Welcome to the Diddy podcast.
Oh, great. We're off to a great start here, everybody. Yeah, so I mean, aside from educational CD-ROMs, my first games, I'm trying to think, would probably be... I mean, I might have played something before this, but the first game that I owned, that I really had, was Pokemon Emerald.
Wow.
That's where it all started.
Yep.
I was at Armenian school, and I saw a kid playing Pokemon, I don't know which version it was, on his Game Boy Advance, and I was like, that looks like the coolest thing ever. I want that. And I got it for my birthday, and the rest is kind of history.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only thing I might have had before that is, I forget the exact timeline, but we got a Nintendo 64 from our cousins used, but it only had 3 games.
Okay.
It had Mario 64, nope. Mario Kart 64, nope. Super Smash Bros, nope. GoldenEye, nope.
Wow.
It had... Actually, no, sorry, I'm completely wrong. It had 2 games. Madden 1.
Based.
Wow.
And a game called Iggy's Reckin Balls.
Oh, of course I know about Iggy's Reckin Balls.
There's no way you know about Iggy's Reckin Balls.
Wait, what is this game? Now you're describing Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
Iggy's Reckin Balls is this... it's like a 3D platformer, but... It's like a competitive local multiplayer. You're in these like very big, sort of like industrial, sort of darkly lit arenas that are very vertical. They're like spirals. The one I remember playing on was like this big spiral.
Uh-huh.
And you play as these little ball creatures.
The Wreckin' Balls, if you will.
The Wreckin' Balls, yeah. and you platform and you go up and down this track or this map trying to, I don't even remember, get points or push people off. You got like a grappling hook so you can skip up and down. We played it a few times. It was fun. But yeah, I've never heard of anyone else who has heard of this game. So if there is a listener that knows about it, that's wild. Definitely leave a comment down below.
It got added to the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo 64 thing like a few months ago.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's dude, that's sick.
You must be so happy.
Dude, I've been waiting for that this whole time, man.
You can relive your childhood.
I can relive my childhood.
Yeah, go play Iggy's Wreckin' Balls.
Yeah. I've never made a rip of it, but I've never made an N64 rip in general. Maybe I should.
That has to be your last rip, man.
Yeah. when all is said and done,
yeah.
Send it off with an Iggy's Wreckin' Balls.
Yeah.
When you wrap it up, when you're like, all right, it's wraps for me and SIIva, you can make one final...
My curtain call.
Iggy's Wreckin' Balls arrangement of the Madden theme.
Yeah. Title, theme, and ending, Iggy's Wreckin' Balls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, so that was a game. So that
was early childhood gaming for you.
That was the extent of the games my family ever got. Well, they didn't even get those. They came with it. So my parents never bought us any other N64 games. So that was it. So that's it.
Dude, that's so funny.
Wow.
Admittedly, it's kind of funny. But then on the Game Boy, obviously, I started to play more stuff. Yeah, I played some Pokemon Leaf Green. I had Fire Red and Leaf Green. I ended up selling Fire Red to my friend for like $5, which was a terrible investment decision. I totally could have kept it and sold it for a crazy amount of money now.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
I had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team.
Wow.
Which I never finished because I soft-locked myself in Sky Pillar.
I had no idea you were such a Pokemon head. You don't care about the series anymore, do you?
I haven't played any of the games since Gen 4.
Oh, wow. Okay, so no.
But I want to play through Gen 5. I had this whole big plan where I was going to play, I was going to play Soul Silver, replay Emerald, play Platinum, and then play Gen 5.
Oh, yeah.
And I got like 90% of the way into Platinum, and then I just sort of stopped at Victory Road because I was like bored. Not bored, but I just sort of lost momentum and did other things. And then
no, I feel you.
I was playing it on an emulator on my Android phone, and then I got an iPhone, so it was
iPhone.
I guess the Android phone still works, so I could play it on there, but yeah, I haven't really touched it in a couple years.
Yeah.
But it's still something that I'd like to do. I'd like to play Gen 5. Yeah, I don't really have much interest in the new games. Some of the stuff I was hearing about Scarlet and Violet had me intrigued. Like, apparently the story was quite good, and aside from the bugs and general jankiness, it was actually decent.
I thought the game was fun. I thought it was fun as fuck, I'm gonna be honest. But I understand people have issues.
Yeah. So, like, I'd be open to it. I mean, all my nostalgia is for...
I've never played Pokemon.
Sorry, hold on. You've never played a single Pokemon game ever?
I played, like, Diamond for, I think, like, 10 minutes, and then I, like, stopped playing it. And
That's crazy.
I played Pokemon Go, actually, so maybe I'm a fraud watch. But, yeah, it's funny to hear you guys talk about Pokemon. I know a lot about Pokemon because I hear it talked about a lot. I hear a lot about how it fell off.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I did know that Spaceman, I knew that you liked like Pokemon because I knew you were really into, I think, like Ruby and Sapphire for a while, ripping that on the GBA. I know you ripped that a bit.
That's my most ripped game for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's because it's all uploaded under Ruby and Sapphire, but nah, Emerald was my GOAT. That was the game. I've never played Ruby or Sapphire. I've only played Emerald.
Wow, that's actually hidden lore.
You only need Emerald. It's just it has it all. It has the best story.
Why did you rip it as Ruby and Sapphire instead of Emerald?
Because that's what SIIva uploads it as. Unless it's like a song that's...
I think we actually do have things of
Emerald.
Pokemon Emerald now, but it's funny to see that...
But only songs unique to Emerald are, I think, the ones that are uploaded as Emerald.
Really?
I think. Because there are songs unique to Emerald, like the Battle Frontier stuff. But...
Wow, there's only 6 Pokemon Emerald rips. You're right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Wow.
And I mean, Ruby and Sapphire is... It's nice to feel like part of a tradition when you're ripping Ruby and Sapphire because it is like the first rip ever made.
Yeah.
So it's cool, you feel like part of the, canon of Ruby and Sapphire rips on SIIva, and I feel like I've made a pretty good contribution to that. That's probably one of the biggest contributions I've made from a pure ripping point of view.
Yeah, and I'll still never forget, like, your... Yokai Disco range. I've told you about this, but that rip lives so rent-free in my head from that takeover. It was so good.
That is wild to me.
Wait, what is that?
I made an arrangement of Yokai Disco for the Nostalgia Critic and Gadget takeover using one of the Pokemon Gen 3 songs as a base.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun. I had a ton of help from MTH getting the chords right. I cannot identify, I guess, fast or complex chords just by ear. So, yeah, she helped me a ton.
Yeah, Route 111 JP version.
Yeah, one of 2 rips I made of Route 111. The other one being Rasputin.
That's a good source, man.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed making that rip. But yeah, I still feel like the Yokai Disco rip could have been better. Like, I feel like some of the drums are just too quiet. It still bugs me. But then I guess we all have those things with our rips that's like, I wish that was better.
Of course.
For the Rasputin one, hidden lore is I had no idea how to actually use the tempo events when ripping in FL Studio for MIDI.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Like, you can change the speed, but you can't change the speed by tweaking the tempo dial in FL Studio at the top. There's an event, like velocity or volume or panning.
No.
There's an event for tempo.
You have to graph it out.
And so I didn't realize that at the time, and I realized it later, and I really would have loved, because obviously I did it, I used that in the Yokai Disco rip, but I didn't know how to do it at the time of the Rasputin rip. So that's why it's slower than actual Rasputin, which I'm sad about, because I showed it to my aunt, who was the one who showed me Rasputin as a kid, which has its own lore, because she showed me that as a kid, and I forgot about the song for probably 15 years until and then I had this melody in my head, and I was like, what is that from? For years, and I never knew what it was. It was one of those, like, can't name the song, things.
Yeah.
And I was just YouTube binging one night, and I clicked on it, and I was like, that's the song. And I realized, and that's the one that like, she would play. I was like 3 years old. I'd jump up and down on the bed. It was a song with the line about the Moscow chicks. That's the only line I remembered. Yeah, I know, it was crazy. So I showed that to her, and she was like, oh, this is great. That's a little slow, though. She didn't say that, but she said the only thing that would make it better is if it was faster. And I was like, I didn't know how to make it faster.
Wow, get actually called out. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. She should be in QOC.
That's crazy, yeah.
So yeah. No, and then I learned. So maybe I'll remaster it. Who knows, someday. But there would be no point in remastering it, because the only difference would be making it faster.
It would just be sped up. You could make it sped up version. Oh, you can Nightcore it.
Yeah, Nightcore, I was going to say.
It would be Nightcore.
That'd be awesome. Sick. Well, since we're already talking about rips, unless there's any other, like, games or anything that you want to yeah.
Video game history? No, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I got an Xbox 360, I had my Wii, I had, I was pretty obsessed with, anytime I'd go over to my cousins, I'd be obsessed with Melee. I'd be like, we gotta play it. Like, I would be really annoying about it. So, like, when I got a Wii and Brawl was coming out, it sort of just made my life. I was obsessed with Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And then in high school, I got more into, like, I sort of fell out of the Nintendo realm and just was more into basic people games like Skyrim and Halo and GTA, and those were fun though, so I enjoyed it. And
yeah, of course.
And the only other thing worth mentioning, because it is relevant to ripping, is that how would I even phrase this? I guess it's just one of my favorite games that I ever played on the Wii would have been, obviously,
Iggy's Reckin. Oh, sorry.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, yes.
The soundtrack is still to this day probably my favorite video game soundtrack ever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, it's sort of cheating because it's got a live orchestra, but it's just that good.
They're just a level above everyone else.
It is. It is just that good.
Yeah.
It's so... And I think, like, I don't know. To me, Galaxy 1 and 2... Maybe I'll put Mario Kart 8 in there as well, but other than those, like, I have not seen a Nintendo soundtrack hit those highs. Even like a Mario Odyssey, like, the soundtrack doesn't even come remotely close, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, with Mario Odyssey, are there even that many standout tracks other than Steam Gardens? Because, I mean, it's got a good soundtrack, but, like...
Not
as crazy as they went with Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some crazy tracks for Galaxy. And honestly, like, yeah... That was like peak Mario soundtrack.
What a soundtrack.
3D World's also good, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, 3D World's good, but I don't think it's even close to the level of... I feel like it's Odyssey level, I'm not gonna lie. But I do really like 3D World.
That's insane. That's a crazy thing to say.
I don't think it is.
It is.
But anyways, But actually, Spaceman, so
Not up for discussion.
so you went from playing mostly Nintendo games to getting an Xbox, playing Halo, and those other types of games. How did you
being a Chad?
Yeah, to being a Chad. How did you get back into playing kiddie games?
Pardon?
Did you get back into playing kiddie games?
How did I what?
Don't call him that.
I'm calling him that, bro. I play him.
Yeah, me too.
I guess it depends. Like, I got a Switch, and so I played Mario Odyssey. I played Breath of the Wild. But I don't know. Are those kiddie games? I guess if it's anything made by Nintendo is for kids and not for real gamers who play on the PlayStation and Xbox only.
Yeah.
I mean, I played Xbox and Wii sort of at the same time, but for a while, all I would play on the Xbox would be like NHL, like EA Sports NHL.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I would play other stuff on the Wii, and then I didn't really, because it was like, I don't know, the running theme was that my parents were very skeptical of video games, and also because I had three little sisters, they were like, you can't be playing violent games. They're gonna see. And so, yeah, so it wasn't until I was like almost in high school that I was actually able to have like Call of Duty or Halo. So I missed out on, Halo 3, although I played it later for when it came out on like Xbox Live for free. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after high school, I fell off playing games as often because of university, but I would say, yeah, I played more of a mix of stuff afterwards. Like, I sort of mellowed out, I was like, all right, yeah, we got the Switch, then we're playing stuff on PC, playing whatever strikes my fancy.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like the Switch did so much for Nintendo's pull. I feel like it pulled back so many people that otherwise didn't have a Nintendo console for like a solid 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, I got a Switch. A lot of people who I knew got Switches who I never imagined would.
Yeah.
And everybody was just having fun, like, playing, like, Smash and stuff. I feel like that really brought Nintendo back into, like, a crowd of people that really wouldn't play it otherwise, so.
Yeah, they were, before the Switch, right, with the Wii U era, people were sort of sounding the death knell for Nintendo, but no, the Switch brought them back in a big way.
The Wii U was literally for, like Omega Nintendo fans and nobody else.
Yeah. I know at least one person who swears by the Wii U, but it's like, I'm sure it was a good console, but...
Oh, it's base as fuck. I love the Wii U.
Yeah, they flubbed of the marketing, they flubbed, I guess, the game selection, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens with the Switch 2.
Yeah, let's not. We don't need to get all political, but awesome. So let's dive in now. Now that we have the full painted picture of Dirty Spaceman, how'd you get here? What's your story? How did you? I know there's a whole TTGD side of the equation. Like, give me the synopsis.
Yeah, well, there's a reason I had to mention Mario Galaxy. It's a little thing we do in writing called foreshadowing. And so, yeah, a few years after I played it, I was still hooked on the soundtrack, and I would look up the music, and I stumbled upon a little YouTube channel called GiIvaSunner, who had all these Mario Galaxy soundtracks uploaded, and I would listen to Yes, Boy Bass Galaxy, the song that you do not think is that good, but was my favorite song of the game.
No, that's a great song.
It is a great song.
I don't like it.
It is a great song.
It's not good.
Oh my god.
That, all those Bowser's Galaxy Reactor, Melty Molten Galaxy, that. I listened to all that on GiIvaSunner.
Toy Time?
Toy Time was fun. Toy Time's decent. It's I'd put it on from time to time, It's
You mean Soy Time Galaxy?
Soy Time Galaxy, yeah.
That's the new name for it now.
It's official.
It's the new canon name, yeah.
Is that not what the actual name of the rip where it's Toy Time Galaxy with Galaxy Goats?
I'm pretty sure it is officially called Soy Time Galaxy.
Yeah, it's still named Storytime Galaxy, and it won't ever.
Oh, on the channel, that's what it's called.
Yeah, on the channel, it's just Storytime Galaxy. It used to be Storytime Galaxy, I'm pretty sure, and then it just got changed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Space Junk Galaxy, shoutouts. I think, is it Battle Rock or Dreadnought Galaxy? Are those the same? Oh, I'm mixing it all
I think they share the track. Yeah.
Anyway, other tracks I could name. I'm sure, I don't want the legions of angry commenters that I'm mad that I missed their favorite Mario Galaxy song to call me out here.
I mean, it's crazy you didn't say Gusty Garden. That's insane.
I mean, Gusty Garden is the GOAT, and I would argue it goes without saying, but I should have mentioned it. You're right.
Comet Observatory.
Comet Observatory is classic. Some of those songs, especially the one that plays in the library when you're reading all the emotional books about Rosalina's backstory, could probably still make me tear up if I were to listen to them to right now. You know what? And shoutouts to Good Egg Galaxy.
Yeah.
People don't think about it. It's basic, it's early game, but it's good.
It's a good egg.
It's a good egg.
It's a good egg. Anyway, so yeah, there I was listening to Mario Galaxy rips on GiIvaSunner in 2011, and I probably forgot about that for a while during high school. And then the next stage was late 2015. Like, I was not into the mashup community at all. Like, you'll hear everyone else being like, oh yeah, I was on SoundCloud. Oh, I was, especially all the OGs.
Uh-huh.
But no, I was literally just in university, and my friend was like, oh, you should watch Videogamedunkey. And I'd heard of Dunkey, and I'd seen a couple of his videos, right? And I was like, all right, sure. And so I started watching him regularly at that point. Because I was like, I was around the time of his Undertale video, all that stuff. Just after he'd become done with League of Legends, late 2015, early 2016 was a different time. It was a crazy time. Then it was in March 2016 that I saw his video entitled Rip King.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Which is where he's playing CS:GO, and there's the guy going "Rip again, dumbass,"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's got the donkey. I think that's one where it has the donkey soundboard. He's like, hey guys, it's me, Videogamedunkey. And everyone's like, who's this kid pretending to be Donkey? And the soundtrack, he used SIIva rips, or GiIva rips at the time for it. And I didn't even notice, like, the Flintstones melody in the background just completely escaped my recognition. But then I saw people in the comments going like, oh my god, no, Donkey, he's like watching this GiIvaSunner, oh, I can't believe Donkey's like using rips from GiIvaSunner, like all these memes. And I was like, since when did GiIvaSunner become a meme channel? Right? I was like, what, did I miss something? Did I miss a joke back when I was listening to Mario Galaxy music on there? So then I looked it up, and I found the Know Your Meme page.
Dude.
For GiIvaSunner.
Wow.
And so I go on there and I'm like, whoa.
That's honestly cursed.
They make freaking Flintstones versions of video game songs. That's crazy. So I hear it would have been Slider or, Battle Wild Pokemon that I hear, and I'm like, whoa, this is kind of funny. Yeah, it's like they took a video game song and they put the Flintstones in it. It's pretty funny. So I go over to the channel, and yeah, I check out some of the rips, and it was funny. It was good. And I'd periodically pop over, every couple of weeks and listen to what they had cooking. But I didn't get too into it. I had other stuff going on. And then, around April, I saw I was like, where's the channel? Where's that GiIvaSunner channel? And it had been taken down, and I was sad. So I forgot about it pretty much for the next month or so. Somehow, I forget how, in June, I discovered that, they've made a replacement channel called SiIvaGunner. Oh, that's cool. So I checked it out, started listening to rips sort of at the same pace. And then at some point, this was like late June 2016, I don't know if I don't know, it's a chicken and egg thing for me in my memory. I don't know if I subscribed first and then the reboot started immediately after, or if the first reboot rip happened and I was like, whoa, this is interesting. I gotta stay tuned for this and subscribed.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it was, but I do remember definitely that basically as soon as I subscribed, that was the SIIva reboot. And so that was my introduction into like this channel being such a special thing that can do things that I've never experienced, like that is pushing the boundaries of what you can do with media on YouTube.
Right.
Like telling stories through these rips, and everything was so magical at the time. It was so, because, it was still super kayfabe, right? You didn't know how it worked behind the scenes. It was just this illusion, this, dare I say, grand illusion.
Whoa.
That, was just being unveiled for everybody. I did not get involved in solving the ARG. I was too busy with school, but I was looking at that and I was like, wow, this is sick.
Did you know that the ARG was like a thing that was happening, or were you just...
I did, yes.
Okay.
I was aware of it. I remember joining the unofficial fan server to see what the progress that was going on. I never talked there.
Wow, I had no idea you were like so into it from the jump. This is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was not a new guy.
Well, okay, fuck you, buddy. I don't.
Yeah, no, I've been around. So I was just a big fan, and I had no idea in like how people made rips. So I didn't have an inkling of becoming part of the team at that point. That was not even a twinkle in my eye. I was like, no, this is just a cool thing I'm a fan of. I had no knowledge of like who was a part of it. None of the names were recognizable to me. I knew nothing about the SoundCloud mashup community. Zarlable. Oh, that's a name that I see in front of some of these rips. Meant nothing to me. It was like, oh yeah, probably yeah.
He meant nothing to you. He was no one.
Meant nothing. He was.
Yeah, still means nothing to me.
He means nothing to me. But so it was a crazy time. It was the middle of summer. I was on my second term of university because we did a weird thing where we had school, then 4 months co-op, then school. So I was at school in the summer, which was actually kind of goated. I hate to admit it. It was kind of goated. Just being able to go out with your friends and it's warm and there's like parks you can go to. You can hang out. It's like light until late. It's great.
It actually does sound kind of nice, yeah.
It's kind of nice, and like just those nights we had no AC in our dorm suite, and so it was like cracking the window open, studying calculus at my desk with rips on in the background.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice like breeze coming in through the window.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a good time.
That's my defining memory of 2016 SIIva. One rip I'll give a shout out to that I heavily associate with this time: Showdown at the Tower, Donkey Kong 94.
What? That does not ring a bell at all.
Yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure it was as far as I could tell, it was just an arrangement of the original song, but in an updated, like, synthy style.
Oh, that is so cool.
Like, I don't think there was a joke other than it was just a rearrangement of the song. But it was a banger, and I was like, this is awesome. Like, I can still put it on and just put myself back in my room studying with the window open in, like, July of 2016.
Did you have any particular attachment to that song, or did you just like how it sounded?
No, I'd never heard it before. It's so that's SiIvaGunner represented, like, this whole world of, like, video game music and creativity and things that like a world that I hadn't really been a part of, right? Because I hadn't really been into retro games. I'd never gotten the chance to play any of the games people actually cared about on the N64, right? Or anything like that.
Yeah.
So this was like a whole new world to me, and it was awesome. And I mean, the through line I think that comes through to the rips I would end up going on to make, and the rips that I still like to this day, was that I just have always had a thing for music that sounds good, but is like, I don't know, like a different take on something. So that's why I loved arrangements, like arrangement rips and making arrangements, just like hearing the song, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And I mean, that's probably partly why, the real precursor to me being into SIIva would have been that I was really into Weird Al.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And bad lip reading, especially their songs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, that's where my username comes from. There is a bad lip reading song in 2011 called Dirty Spaceman.
Really? I did not know that.
Wow, this is lore.
Yeah, you can still find it, but it got taken down for copyright. Even it was an edit of the music video, and it was completely original music. But they ID'd. This was like in the early days of like advanced content ID, and they ID'd the video, and there was not even like apparently like a copyright claim. UMG just got YouTube to annihilate the video from YouTube. So like you can still stream the song on Spotify, but yeah, like the video, like random re-uploads are the only ones you can find. So, but the name just had a ring to it. And then once the video was gone, I was like, it's clearly not going to become like a viral video. Where a million people are going to use this name. So I decided, I think like half a year later, that I'd change my like Xbox Live name to it. Then a little while later, I changed my forum name to it on this one forum I was on. It was an Elder Scrolls forum.
Did you rock it or? Sorry.
I did rock it.
Wow.
I did rock it. Then, so that sort of became my handle. Surprisingly, no, there actually were other people that used it. Like, I had to make it Dirty Spaceman 9 on Xbox Live and on, like, Reddit and on, like, other things. Because other people had taken the name. And on Twitter, like, people were on that vibe before me. But I think they've all dropped off the map now, so I'm the Dirty Spaceman that's left standing.
You're the last one.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah.
And the most reputable Dirty Spaceman.
Even
though you are pretty dirty still.
So, yeah, exactly. I got the cleanest of the dirty reputation.
Yeah, and so, like, going off that, I guess that is, when did you decide to sort of get into the SIIva community, like, get your hands dirty?
Nice.
Oh,
I didn't even mean to do that.
That was off the dome. All right, yeah.
With ripping, tearing that all off and shit like that.
So, I mean, I was riding the SIIva train as a fan up until it quote-unquote ended, right? I was, like, the biggest association was while I was at school. I was listening to every rip, all 24 of them each day.
Wow.
Nice.
Dude, I didn't know you were so about it.
I was on the grind, man.
Yeah.
And I continued doing that when my next co-op term started in September. So for the first month of that term, I was still listening to every rip. I put it on my phone, my headphones at work. It was actually pretty easy to keep up that way.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, we're ending the channel. Sorry, it's over. And I was sad, but I respected their decision. And I was like, well, but I still want this sort of stuff. I still want rips. And I can't remember what came first, if TTGD came first or if I started like trying to figure out how to rip first. It was all around the same time that, TTGD started, and I was like, oh, there's like a channel here that I could still watch. And I think at that point I'd finally seen a video like slightly taking the curtain down of how rips were made and showing like FL.
Do you remember what video that was?
I do, but I don't know if it still exists.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think it was made by someone who's no longer part of the community.
Oh, you don't want to say who it is?
Who is associated with TTGD in its early days.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we can't talk about that, but have a good one.
So, but at the very least, it showed me FL Studio, and it showed me like, oh yeah, you can rip the music as a MIDI file from these games, and you can put them in FL Studio, and you can move the melody around, and that's how they make rips. And I was like, oh, that's easy. I could do that. So I started working on my first rip, which is not actually the first rip that is in my playlist. It is the third rip of mine that I think premiered.
Okay.
It was putting the Hobbit or Shire theme from Lord of the Rings into Little Root Town from Pokemon Gen 3. So that took a while for me to sort of like get it into a releasable state. Like I had a lot to learn still. Like I had a musical background, but doing all this stuff with all these arranging, transcribing, using instruments like in a DAW, that was all new to me, and obviously accuracy and all that too. And using the ripping tools for the first time. So it took me a while to get that out. In the meantime, I had Bane Star, the Baneposting parody of All Star,
yes,
stuck in my head. And I was singing it in the shower, and I was like, I should make a version of this, but about SiIvaGunner. So I sang a really janky version of, I wrote some lyrics, and I sang a really janky version of All Star with these SIIva related lyrics, and submitted it to TTGD as here's a tribute to SIIva type of thing, and they uploaded it, and it was not good. Later when I joined Backroom,
your mama
posted it and specifically ripped on it, and was like, this sucks. It kind of did suck. I pitched it down, and people were like, why did, if people are in Backroom were like, why is it pitched down? It's pitched down because I was, the co-op job I was at was in my hometown, so I was living with my parents, and I was in the basement, and there was not a moment I had where I was the only one home. So I was like, I'm going to be singing these really stupid lyrics. I'm not going to be singing at the top of my voice. So I had to sing lower in order to do it quieter. So I pitched down All Star, and it was really janky. And yeah, my singing was not my best performance ever, but so that rip I ended up getting privated, but it might resurface. There's a very real chance it will resurface this year.
Wow.
No promises, but
when you remaster it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever remastering it, but there is TTGD.
You can remaster it and you can add auto-tune.
Yeah. No, I would just sing it better, man. Come on, you don't believe in my abilities?
No.
I actually have two rips on SIIva with me singing in them.
I know you have is the Superman Goldfinger one on SIIva or no?
That is on SIIva, yes.
Yeah, that one's great. I love that one.
That one was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to make. Yeah, I one-taked. No, I didn't one-take that. I one-taked every bit of it, and then I stitched it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my first rip. Then I made a mashup, because TTG was doing a Space Jam mashup day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was like, all right, well, easy. I'll mash up Space Jam with the song Dirty Spaceman by Bad Lip Reading.
Genius.
So that, fittingly, is the first song in my rip playlist.
Wow, how wonderful.
Your splash onto the scene.
Yeah, that was my big break.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I was making...
Other than the Bane All-Star, I mean, of course.
Yeah. So I was making rips for TTGG for a couple months. I didn't get into the team till January. Then I was just in TTG.
You were just an email submitter?
I forget how I was submitting. I think it was... You might have been able to do it through their fan server.
Oh.
But...
Oh, yeah, I think you could.
Because I was in the OG TTGD fan server where many good and bad times were had. Some of the people that came up through there are, I'm still tight with just because of that. Some of them I don't even talk to that much, but real recognize real, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was a good time. I think Adam came up through there. I don't know if he ever talked about that when you talked to him yesterday, but yeah.
TTGD, yeah.
TTGD fan server, yeah. Oh, well, I say yesterday. Well, let's just say you guys were in a Discord call.
Yeah.
And
just chilling,
Yeah. And I, at that point I was pretty set that even though I actually did get a rip onto SIIva. My first rip on SIIva was during the 2016 Christmas event where I was like, oh, this is gonna be my last chance ever to get a rip on SIIva because they're planning to end after Christmas.
Right, the CCC, it's gonna.
They're about to end.
Yeah, well, because this was when there'd been a leak, right? All their plans had been leaked, and it was like, oh, they're gonna release a CCC at this time. They're gonna end the channel for real on January 9th on the 1-year anniversary. I'm like, oh my god, they're back and they're taking submissions, and this is the last time. So I got Shonic, I think,
wow,
to forward one of this rip I made to QOC. it got in, so that I got my one SIIva rip on the channel before it ended. And then it didn't end.
Well,
So for a while, for the first few months after the CCC didn't end, I was like, all right, it's still going to end soon. So I'm just going to focus on submitting to TTGD. That's the future. And it was not until after the pause, they came back after the pause and had Gadget Week. That was when I knew, no, okay, SIIva is not going away anytime soon.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I might as well start submitting. And at that point, a bunch of other TTGD people had already started to get into SIIva, and I felt like I'm behind the curve. I was like, man, I'm the uncool kid who's still only in TTGD. Not in both. You got to be in both. That's where the cred is.
it's like a dual degree, man.
Yeah, you got to have the double degree. And I made 2 Gadget Week rips that got put up, which were a lot of fun, including my first NES rip, made with GXSCC, obviously.
Oh, of course. And that was Pipeland?
Yeah, and oh, I didn't know. Yeah, that was Pipeland. Yeah, that was fun. So I was like super into Gadget Week. Like I could not understand why the fans hated it. Like I was like, I love hearing the same song over and over again. This is great.
I also loved it.
It was just really funny to me. It was so funny to me. It was great.
That was such a good time. And also you could see like that everybody on the team was also kind of getting Gadget brain rot.
Yeah.
Like I know there was a ton of tweets about the Minecraft with Gadget video.
Yeah. Oh, it was great. I was showing Minecraft with Gadget to my friends and they were like, this is so stupid. I hate this. Why did you show it to me? I'm like, it's so funny, man. You gotta get on this.
It's really a unique video in that like so much of the humor is derived from, I think, like assuming that it's like really bad, because otherwise you show it to people and they're like, that was just a really not funny, that was like a really corny video.
Yeah, you have to like,
and I'm like, dude, you don't even get it, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's like, you get it? Yeah, I know it's a really corny video.
You don't even know how many times this got uploaded. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so that was about when I got in team. I think I had those 2 rips up and then a couple more accepted, or like one more accepted, one in QOC, and so I got into SIIva Team, and then a couple months later I got into QOC, and I was like, oh yeah, backroom next, baby. And I was like, oh man, all these people I know are getting backroom and I'm not. Oh, this is so sad. I was still making rips throughout 2017. That was my big year of making rips. Then I got kind of busier in 2018, and I was like, all right, well maybe my SIIva heyday has passed. And then they made me backroom. Fine. And like a year later, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm sticking around for the long haul, and I am still here.
Was there any kind of like particular like catalyst or reason why you got promoted? Do you know, or do you think you just like hung around long enough? You were a cool guy, people vouched, whatever.
I'm pretty sure. So for QOC, there was like a couple people that were specifically trying to like get people that they knew from TTGD that they knew were good into QOC.
Mm-hmm.
For backroom, though, it was completely, I think just like I'd been around, people liked me, and enough people were on board with it that they were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll give this guy a shot. So yeah, I got into backroom, and I immediately had to deal with drama as you know, as the way it goes. I had to help try to fix it. I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying there was drama. There has been drama in backroom.
It's kind of a fun place, you know.
Spoiler alert. But there honestly hasn't been in a long time, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was all me, by the way. That there was no more there's no more backroom drama because of me. 100% me.
Yeah, you were the catalyst for the drama.
This guy stinks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, everyone hates me, so all their like drama hatred goes on to me. I deflect it like a lightning rod. And they just don't fight with each other.
Yeah, you're just that goated, man.
I'm that goated. Yeah, and it was fun. I didn't do a whole lot for KFAD. Wish I did more. I helped with a Weird Al's victory theme in KFAD 1, which never got used because he never won.
Oh, wow.
But then he had a major glow up in KFAD 2. I was part of the reason for that because I was ride or die on the idea. I don't know if it was my idea originally, but someone like incepted the idea, and I was like, we have to do this, of Weird Al having Michael Jackson as like his stand. So I pushed that, and I was like, yeah, we got to do this. I was also the one that suggested splitting up splitting up the aliens and putting them with Pitbull and Will Smith, respectively. Other than that, I didn't do a whole lot for K-Fed 2, other than I made that one arrangement, or that one song for.
Which one?
I made a arrangement of Instant Crush by Daft Punk, featuring Julian Casablancas.
Oh.
I love that song. Wait, I don't know about that arrangement. I gotta look that up.
It is a great song. Yeah, it is okay.
There's a lot of arrangements. I feel like a lot of them like flew under the radar, so it's nice to hear that.
That was fun. I played it like... So I sang it, and I did some auto-tune to make myself sound like the original.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And then I also played violin on it.
Wow.
The reason I use violin for it is because I was inspired by... So Cage the Elephant did a like acoustic cover of it, and they had violin in it. But I wasn't like a massive fan of that cover, partly because like his voice was so shot for that performance, and I wanted to sort of blend the ideas they had in that with the original. So I did, and it was fun. The funniest thing though about that rip is that there's this sort of outro synth that plays in the original that I kept, that I replicated in my version, and someone in the comments was like, dude, what's that synth sound at the end? That's crazy, it's so good. And it was a pitch shifted minion going ba.
That's really funny.
Yeah, and because it was Daft Punk and Pharrell, so I had to throw the minion in there, you know?
You had to rep Pharrell's,
The rep Pharrell, yeah. So, yeah.
And so, yeah, and now after KFAT, I mean, you've done so many writing things involve yourself so much with your writing for the channel.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, I guess, your writing experiences.
With SiIvaGunner, yeah. So, my first time writing anything for SIIva was, I want to say, spring 2019. I was near the end of a school term, I remember, because it was freaking ridiculously busy. And then Chase was like, hey, we want to produce this election episode, side episode for CCC. Can you write this in like a week?
Oh, yeah.
Because we really want to put it out soon.
Wow.
And so I did.
What it wasn't written, but what about, like, was there any production on it at all?
There was an outline. And so I took the outline and I wrote it in a week. Yeah, I wrote the script in a week. I don't think it's my best work, but I think it was pretty funny. I think it was pretty decent.
And were you the sole writer on that?
So the person who wrote the outline also wrote most of the first scene, but I wrote everything after that.
Okay, heard that.
So yeah, no, it was mostly me. Like, I sort of had to go off and like I got to do some of my own ideas with it, but mostly it was just sort of like, okay, let's get this thing out of the way so they can start producing the art for it and the assets so they can get it out really soon. And then it came out in a short year and 8 months. Pretty good turnaround time for a SiIvaGunner project. So yeah, that was the first thing I wrote for SiIva. This was after I wrote my first play script, and then before I wrote my second play script.
Right, I was gonna ask. Okay, so you had a little bit of confidence under your belt of like, I have written a thing before, I can write another thing.
Yeah, I've written a script. Like I've written a script, I've put it out there, and so I can do it again. Then the next thing I wrote for SiIva wouldn't be until fall of 2021, I'm going to say, which is when there was this Halloween project where there was a need to reapproach the script and the writing for it. So I sat down and worked with the original writer, who was not a team member, just an external writer that was friends with someone who had been brought in for the project. And I said, okay, well, let's start from scratch and let's take these ideas and refine them into something. And that ended up being the Curse of the Fallen Angel audio drama.
Which I admittedly have not listened to at all.
Mm-hmm. Neither have most people, but it was,
I've listened to I think a good amount of it.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I think the voice acting carries it. Like, the writing was fine. There's some good lines in there, but the voice acting carries it so hard. We got some amazing people, and I'm still in awe of the Germa impression, the Joker voice, and the fact that we got Tony Zarrett in to voice Big Chungus.
Yeah, that is cool. That is fucking funny.
Yeah.
That was a really awesome collab.
That was a good time. Then 2022 rolls around, and I help out with another project that was not originally my idea, but I also hopped on board there and did some outlining and did some writing to try and make it into, I think, what a story I felt would realize the potential of the setting, the atmosphere, and that would be SiIvaGunner's Nuclear Winter Festival, also known as Doomfest.
Yes, Doomfest.
So initially I was actually pretty like against doing it because I was tired of us doing the fesses in general, but I eventually sort of came around to the fact that like, okay, the aesthetic and the atmosphere could be really cool, and I just want to touch up the story and sort of give my own spin on it, and people seem to like it, including the people that came up with the concept, and I got to write that. So I wrote up the intro, I wrote the interludes that got posted as community notes, and then I wrote the finale, which ended up getting a ridiculous amount of views because I think people thought it was actually the last video on the channel for a while, because it was. And it was called My Last Message, and it was left up as the last video on the channel for like a month.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it got algorithmed super hard.
Yeah, Doomfest was fun. I ended up enjoying writing that. It was tough because it was my first time, I think, writing something that was supposed to be slightly emotional, like slightly, I guess, melodramatic, and I seem to have like succeeded a bit.
Yeah.
Like, some people seem to get like a little bit affected by the ending, and that's all I can really ask for. I'm not really expecting people to cry over Woodman.
Speak for your fucking self.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, I know. Sorry. It was cool, and I was really glad I did that. And then it was basically right after that. And by the way, this whole time I was trying to work on a book of my own, but I kept having to take breaks to write SIIva stuff. And that's probably why it took me like 3.5 years to finish the first draft of that book. Not the only reason why. I was also like just trying to get my mojo back. But now we come to the thing that did.
Well, hold on. Is that book still being worked on by you?
I finished the first and second drafts of it, and I have people reading it and giving me feedback, and I'm going to make some final revisions, and then I'm probably going to try to send it off to see if someone wants to like become my agent or shop it around or something.
That is really cool, dude.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on the second one. I'm working on the sequel right now, which is a lot better already, I think. It's going pretty well. It's been fun so far.
Wow.
It's going a lot faster.
Yeah.
And it's because I got my mojo back. And so we can talk now about the thing that gave me my mojo back.
Yeah.
Realizing that I can actually sort of write at a decent pace as long as I have a good outline and I'm excited about what I'm writing, was taking over the CCC.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Dirty Spaceman takeover, if you will.
Yeah, no, literally.
The Dirty Spaceman takeover. Yeah, so early 2023, we made a commitment that regardless of what happened, we would finish the CCC and we would try to finish it that year. Now, obviously, we know that didn't happen, but not for lack of trying. It was because the production ended up just being a way bigger deal than we'd anticipated, and it was just hard to get, those assets made while also respecting people's own priorities and health and all that.
Especially considering that it is entirely a volunteer-free project.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So, like, we can't force people to work on it.
Yeah.
And in fact, the work that they did do was amazing. So, we can't complain the fact that it got done a little later than it was originally intended to be. At least 11. And then 12 was also meant to be done that year, which was, in hindsight, a crazy pipe dream. It is still being worked on, but the script has been done for a long time. So I started working on it in, I think, February of 2023. I outlined episode 11 and episode 12. Episode 11, for the record, had already been basically written, but I wanted to tweak a few things, and there was a whole ending scene that hadn't been written yet that was meant to be written. So I had to outline that. And then episode 12 had no work done on it at all, aside from a few vague ideas that had been floating around of how originally it was going to go. Now, I had no ideas for episode 12. I was like, this is not my story, and I don't want to make it my story and be untrue to what it originally was going to be.
Right.
So I constructed a sort of, I don't want to call it a Frankenstein outline, because I think it is true. I think it is the truest version of episode 12, but it was made by searching old Discord messages and old docs to find out what was going to happen in episode 12 and piecing that together from different people's ideas and like just trying to make it the best it could be.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hell of a finale.
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be pretty good.
This is, by the way...
Let's hope, because honestly...
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, honestly, because, I mean, 11 was such a grand improvement, at least in my opinion. I watched 11 after watching... I've generally followed the CCC for a while, and I never really thought that I would get back into the world of the CCC years and years later. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed 11 for so many reasons. And I mean, like, if you haven't watched CCC 11 because you thought it wasn't worth the time, like new guy, you should definitely go and watch it.
I was gonna say, don't shade me like that,
because it like in quite a lot of ways. It really, I feel like it improved a lot on the CCC formula. There's a lot of like really interesting twists and references that I thought really paid homage to a lot of the years that kind of were where CCC 11 was actually being developed, that kind of allowed it to rework the story. And it makes me confident in saying that I think if they put out CCC 11 when it was originally supposed to, it would have been a lot less of a product. I think it was much improved over the past years that it was in development, and it was partially thanks to you, Spaceman. And didn't Agent also help out in writing that part?
Yeah, so a bunch of the parts of the original script that I kept were by Agent, and including the arguably best part, which was the AI fight.
Yeah, the AI fight was awesome.
Yeah.
That whole segment, I don't think I touched maybe like 3 lines in that whole part. Like, it was so good, I just had to keep it as is, and I was never going to rewrite it.
That's I think the one part of the episode I did watch, because RH was like, if you're going to do anything, please watch this. And it was fucking awesome. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, the music JP made for that fight was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The art, the visuals, everything just went so hard, balls to the wall.
Yeah, that was really good quality assurance.
So yeah, there were a bunch of scenes in that I sort of tweaked or put my own twist on. The only part of 11 that was 100% me was
all me, by the way.
All me, by the way, was the final scene after they reached the Voice's office. The original script ended on the terrifying reality line, and everything after that I had to make up.
Source, I made it up.
Source, I made it up. Yeah. So that was fun, and I feel like the thing I enjoyed the most was actually trying to make the Voice menacing in that scene, because like he's such a goofy ass villain.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, we have this really ominous setup. The tone of the scene has been set to be super dramatic and super ominous, where the Voice is in control. And I was like, all right, I want to run with that and see where we can go. And I feel pretty proud of how it went. It seems like some people seem to like that aspect of bringing that aspect of the Voice out after so long. And it was really fun. The other scene I think that was sort of mine was the way that they encountered Haruka. It was different in the original script. So that whole bit of them mistaking her for a guard and her escaping, that was me. But then, yeah, the idea of Granddad actually doing something was also my idea. The original idea was that no, Granddad would not do anything the whole time. But I was like, I'm not a Granddad hater like some people. I want to give him his due, and I want to give him his chance to punch the Voice in the face.
Oh yeah, that also was pretty cool.
And that entire animation, that was just like so cool.
Yeah. The animation was just like the most like extra, we're doing this, like we're just going to show you how amazing we are type of thing. It was just crazy how good the animation bits were, but the art in general was so good. And
yeah, the art is so good from that.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. So it took from outline to finishing 11 and 12 scripts was February to end of June
Wow.
of 2023.
I feel like that's actually not as much time as I would have expected.
Yeah, you'd think, after that long, you'd think it takes a long time to write a CCC script, but it doesn't take that long. But like I said, it got me out of my writing rut because I realized, wait, I can actually write at a good pace once I sort of am excited about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it made me feel really energized, and I've sort of, even though it's like a little while later, because 2020, like 2023, I directly turned that energy into finishing my book, at least the first draft of it. And then I finished the second draft last year, and I've been on another one. Like, so it just directly made me more productive as a writer. It made me remember that I could be, or realize how to be again. Because I always wanted to be. I wanted to reach that level that I was at in high school when I was writing, and I was writing like a page a day. And I was able to sort of hit that again with this. So I'm really grateful to that. And I'm also really excited for people to see episode 12.
Do you have any leaks? I don't know if you could do that.
Well, let's just say there's a certain character who appears in it that might himself be known for a leak.
Oh.
He's a bit of a character.
What an epic reveal.
Dude, that is really funny.
I mean, it is a Christmas special. I mean,
it's somewhat of a Christmas story.
Yeah, we can't.
Oh, wow. Wait, actually, I was wrong. I was thinking of somebody different. Never mind.
No, you were probably thinking of somebody. I think I know who you were thinking of.
Dude, I know who you're thinking about now. You're cooked, man.
Who do you think I was thinking of?
You were thinking of Zara LeBeau.
No.
Oh, Mario pissing?
Oh, it is Mario.
I was thinking it was Mario, yeah.
Mario, yeah. Well, I might put him in something fucking later.
Yeah, actually, no, dude. Mario showing up at the CC12 is like the craziest reveal of all time.
Yeah, Mario's crazy.
It's not too late.
Yeah, we brought in Mario.
No, straight off the KFAD sources. Like they banned him from KFAD. They said you can't join KFAD.
Yeah.
And so he went to CCC and he said, bitch, I'm gonna be in the CCC now. Yeah. And what about it?
Oh, that's true. You know what? I think I need to rewrite the 12 script. I think I've got some new ideas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The beauty of the podcast, it breeds creativity.
Yeah. No, but there's a certain character. He's like a character.
Yeah. No way.
He was in the episode. Oh.
Well, that is cool. I think, like, honestly, first of all, this is like me learning exactly how involved with the CCC you've been over the last few years. I knew that you were working on it, but I didn't know just how much you had sort of taken charge.
Yeah, it's weird because I was never really a CCC head, it's sort of blasphemous, but I watched the CCC and like I said, I wrote the election side episode based on an outline, but I was never I never knew the lore that much, and I forgot so much stuff about the canon. And I sort of had to be conscious of that while I was writing it. I was like, I have to respect this. I have to, because there's people that...
Right, like, were you worried about pissing people off, maybe?
No, because I knew I wasn't gonna. I knew that, because for me, I just felt like I was in control of the situation. Like, I would do my due diligence to, try to respect not only the lore that had been set up and defer to the people that knew it better than me, but also respect the ideas people had already had for ending the CCC. For, the final episode, what would happen in it. It's just about not being a dick, in a way. Being open about what you're doing, being a good collaborator. I had the final say in a way, but I was, not trying to act like I had the final say,
Right.
Being yeah, okay, sure, that's a good idea. And if I think something's not a good idea, explaining why, not being just no, I'm not going to do that. The biggest thing you can do, I think, as someone who's trying to collaborate from a lead role is, if you're going to disagree with someone and shut them down, explain at least why, so they don't just feel like you're shutting them down for no reason.
Totally.
That way, they feel like they're part of the process.
That's really wise.
Unlike your working relationship with RH where you tell him everything he has to do.
Yeah, and you puppet me around, dude. I'm tired of it. And every time I ask why, you say, because I can.
Oh man. Well, that is great advice, and I'm sure that a lot of people will enjoy hearing all this insight to the CCC because a lot of people do care about it.
Yeah. As we know, this is a self-help podcast, so I'm glad I could give that little nugget of advice.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, like it was great to see the reactions to the CCC, like just the people that were like coming back to it after so many years. Mm-hmm. And I hope that episode 12 lives up to that.
And I actually have a question about, like, did you actually go and read all the previous lore and all the stuff that you kind of had previously forgotten to write the CCC? And I know that you did an entire search in Discord servers, scavenging up as whatever you could. Can you say that you've seen all the lore on the channel?
Not all of it. I think I reviewed a lot of it. Like, I rewatched and I read the synopses and the scripts of a bunch of CCC episodes. And there was still stuff I missed. And luckily I had people to sort of help me out. There's definitely a lot of stuff, especially a lot of the stuff in the Haltman files, that I just didn't go back and like go through all of it.
I don't think I've read a single one of those.
I watched them as they came out, but a lot of the stuff I forgot about over time. And so that's why I've been...
You should read the garlic tacos one. I taste tested that one.
No. Oh, hey, I could go for a taco.
Wait, is there a recipe or something?
Yeah, there's a recipe, and I like made it. I like taste tested it.
Whoa.
I think that was like that's probably like my one credit to not even writing, but I just tested the recipe because I was hungry.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Wow.
RH, but he's really hungry.
Whoa. Really, really hungry man.
That is true. That's what it stands for, bro.
Oh, yo. No way.
They found me out, man.
You didn't do that on purpose just there?
No, I was thinking of the Chris Hansen, but he's really hungry video. I bet you weren't expecting such a hungry guy. Really hungry man. That's a new one.
Yeah, RH can stand for a lot of things, and really hungry is one of them because I am very hungry most of the time.
Really hungry man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fact. After this, I'm gonna have a nice snack. You can believe that.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. I do think we're nearing the end of our time here.
We've been yapping for a while.
I know. It's the beauty of talking about this thing that is inherently very niche, but also we all love so much. It makes the time fly.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to quickly touch on or share that you feel like we didn't get to in the last few minutes here?
Let me pull up my own doc.
Yeah, you have. I think the things that you haven't talked about, I could just summarize it. We can get this part right out. Is like,
okay, sure. Bring them out to bear.
Sorry.
What you were doing? I'm done.
I knocked over a cup. Everything's fine.
Oh, you're an actual goofball. Dude, no, that actually reminds me, a complete tangent. There's a video I recorded vocals for, and I like knocked over like a no-tie container. You know what no-tie is because you...
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I knocked over a no-tie container with a fork in it, and you can literally hear it in the video that got published on SIIva. I think I told you.
Is that was the like Ruby Delusions one or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah, it was the... Oh, God. The special stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Logan Paul in the first part, and I knocked over a fork, and I was like, oh, wait, it's fitting, because it's about Tortinos.
All right, so let's see. What did I mention? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, MagFest, I've helped out with a bit. It was really cool to be on the panel in 2024.
Yes. Ding.
And, I mean, I've helped with Mags for a while behind the scenes. I didn't do a whole lot for the first two, or for the first three. I did slave away in the mines building busts in 2020. So
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm a big mag head. I think we got some good stuff cooking this year.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
SIIva adjacent stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's been cool to be in TTGD and voicing him. I just got to be part of a really sick ass rap battle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. Have you always been canonically the voice of Timmy Turner's granddad?
Yes.
Pretty much since the early, like, I want to say since like 2018 or 2019.
Wow.
I've been voicing him in like...
Didn't you do that?
Usually like album announcements, but RH, you were going to say something?
Oh, no, I said, didn't it start out with that PPAP video where you just did the PPAP? Or was that before it?
That was unrelated, actually. That was, I think, unrelated. I don't know if that was partly why that they asked me to... I'm going to look at the exact order of things. Because I did the PPA...
Because, yes, you are canonically TTGD.
I am canonically TTGD.
That's so funny.
So the first video where I voiced TTGD was after the PPAP video, but it was like far enough after that I don't think it was like, oh, you did the PPAP, you should voice TTGD. Like, I said I was TTGD in that video, but that was just like a joke. Like, it didn't... it wasn't like, oh, I'm actually TTGD. But then I became TTGD.
You manifested it.
I did. But yeah, so it's mostly like album announcements, and then like a few other like lore videos, and now a rap battle, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really done... I mean, I was never... I hate to say I'm not a big... Like, I was never in SIIva that much, and that whole community there seems really cool, and like all the people that new guy through there, they all seem pretty awesome.
Fuck you.
What do you mean? You know some cool people through there. I'm being genuine.
No, of course, yeah.
I'm only ever genuine. I've never said a sarcastic thing, ever.
That's true.
Actually, I mostly don't, but sometimes,
Yeah, I do see that you had HQC on here, which is something that I, hopefully one day we'll get SSB Seal on here, and he'll have a lot to say about that. But like that's
yeah, you gotta become an admin there someday. Yeah.
Right. That's where you and I met. That's like how we go back.
I think so. Yeah. No, HQC, that was a good time. I sort of got there as part of like an exodus from the TTGD Fanserver because there was all this drama that I won't get into, but it was funny. And a bunch of us sort of got invited into HQC, and yeah, it was good times. Good game.
Do you know about HQC, RH? Are you in it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I'm not in it though.
It's just for I mean, I
know it's high quality commenters.
High quality commenters. It's a unfortunately pretty dead server now and has been for the last couple of years, but like early, 2016, 2017, it was like all the people from the SiIvaGunner comments got in a little Discord together, and it was like a much cozier kind of server for SIIva fans.
Yeah. And then it was like basically just people there were a few people that got involved just by like clicking a link. Someone posted a link in the comments one time.
Uh-huh.
And so there are people that are still around that joined through that link. Like, I don't know if you remember like Tef Fried Waffles and Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Who played like Mafia. They joined by clicking a link in the comments.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it was really funny how people filtered in there, and then SIIva members joined, and then we played some Mafia, and yeah, like there's whole like adjacent community, like a game community that I'm in that spun off of Mafia, which spun off of HQC, so it's all still like originating from SIIva. Like, it's crazy how many things have spurred from SIIva. Not just that, but like it's going to MagFest, meeting people. Like, I'm currently roommates with someone that I met through SIIva.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up, that you're the second person that we've talked to that has lived with someone from the SIIva community.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just it's crazy how like the bones of my life are the same as they would be if I hadn't discovered SIIva, but so much like of the detail is so much richer because of having been in SIIva and continuing to be around these communities. It's just really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because we literally had almost this exact sentiment shared with Adumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But it's like all of this enrichment that comes from this community and everything that's spun off of it is why, like, at least I personally, like, I'm never gonna leave.
Yeah,
I can't see my life.
Like, even when I'm old and whatever, like, I'll certainly be less involved, absolutely, but like I can't see myself ever being like I'm dipping out forever, goodbye guys, like it's
like I'm always gonna want to have a, like, first of all, the people, like, whenever Discord dies and we're all switched to Google Chat, or no, I meant to say like a gibberish name. I ended up saying Google. That's freaking stupid. They should uninvent Google so that I can come up with it.
Yeah, we're teams, man. We're all gonna get on teams.
We go, when they bring back Google Plus and we're all on there.
Yes.
I'm still going to be wanting to hang out with as many of all of you as possible. And as long as SIIva exists, I'm going to, at the very least, be poking my head in, seeing what I can do. I'm still on that upload rotation.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No, it's just awesome.
Repping the upload rotation here. I'm also on the upload rotation.
Yeah.
I am not and have not been for, I don't know, 5 years.
Yeah, and that was like your only job, bro. Like your one job was to upload and you don't upload.
Oh, whatever. Hey, well now, look, I do other things. I got a podcast.
He's got a podcast.
No, yeah, you do have a podcast where you can talk about things and we don't have to be scared about leaking things to you.
Yeah.
So you're kind of, you won in the end.
Yeah. Cool. I think that is gonna do it. Unless any other final closing thoughts from you, DS.
DS, I like that.
Like the Nintendo.
That's what I used to call you, DS, for like, I don't know, a couple of years.
DS like from Nintendo.
Yeah. And he played an Xbox, so it's not even accurate, man.
I did have it. Well, technically it was my sister's DS, but I was the one who played it.
Oh, okay.
You had Nintendogs on there?
Pardon?
You had Nintendogs on there?
I have Nintendogs.
That's...
No, I had Mario Party DS.
Oh, Mario Party DS pretty good.
I had Mario Kart. I had Mario Kart DS. I had Pokemon Diamond.
Do you have New Super Mario Bros?
I had New Super Mario Bros. You gotta have New Super Mario Bros.
You gotta.
I had Mario and Luigi Partners in Time.
Yo!
Okay.
I had Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
So you're a bit of a gamer, I see.
I was a bit of a gamer, and then most of these all got stolen because it's like a short story. I was really stupid. I left the DS in the car, but the case, which had all the games in it, in a bag in a wagon that my family took out to a Canada Day celebration. And the wagon got stolen.
Oh, no.
Man.
Or it was either the wagon got stolen or the bag got stolen. And then they found the bag or the wagon, but obviously whoever had stolen it took all the DS games and probably sold them. So yeah, there went Diamond and Pearl, there went Mario Party, there went Bowser's Inside. Actually, I might still have Bowser's Inside Story, but I was never able to finish it because our touchscreen was so busted that some of the mini games I just could not do. So that was rough.
Brutal.
It was, I have many weird escapades of like losing access to video games for weird reasons. Like how I melted my copy of Pokemon Emerald.
What?
How?
In the microwave. I was trying to fix it because I was really stupid. My parents let me do it. I think it was an inside job because the original reason it was busted was because the corner of the cartridge had got warped by my mom's like hot pan in the kitchen. And so like I was like, it doesn't fit into the freaking Game Boy cartridge slot anymore. So I've got to like melt it back into shape. So like I'll just put it into the microwave for like 20 seconds and like it'll warm it up enough to like melt back into shape. It's that easy. My parents were like, you probably shouldn't do that. But I mean, if you can, if you want. I'm like, all right, I will.
Wow, that's really smart. I mean, nowadays you just air fry it, but that's a pretty ingenious idea from young Spaceman.
Yeah, I know. I bet I would have worked if I had an air fryer.
Yeah, I think air fryers tend to just fix those things.
Yeah, they just
and it would be crispy on the outside and gooey on the inside, just like you want it.
Yeah, just how you like it.
Oh my goodness, brilliant. Well, thank you for sharing that with us in your final moments.
Yeah, no problem. A video game cartridge is like an oyster. You heat it up and you can slurp the circuit board right out. It's delicious.
Oh, it's so good. So good. All right, well, do you have anything that you want to plug? Do you have any socials that you want to make viewers aware of?
I mean, I don't post anything on X, the everything app, so no. I don't post much on YouTube either. Listen, if I ever publish a book, I'll let y'all know, and you guys can plug it for me, all right?
We'll come back and update the video description.
We will. We'll do a post-book episode.
Yeah. Links in the description. Yeah.
We'll start whatever podcast episode comes out at that time with an intro being like, "Hey, Dirty Spaceman's book is out. Go read it."
Go read it.
Yeah, no, do it like a pre-roll ad.
Yeah, this high quality podcast is brought to you by
Do like an ad read. Like we here at the High Quality Podcast love our listeners, but we need your sponsorship revenue in order to support this podcast and bring it to you. So we have this
book.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, but then you need to give us a cut of every sale.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not giving us money. We're just how is it helping the podcast?
No, I'm paying you guys an exposure.
And we're getting sponsored by Audible, of course. So get that on audiobook as soon as possible.
Yeah. Get it on audiobook. Yeah, I'm getting you all the Audible money.
Oh, man.
It's that easy.
Brilliant.
All right.
Dirty Spaceman, thank you so much for joining us today. This was a blast.
Yeah, this is really great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed this. I like getting to yap. I'm going to drink some water.
Yep.
I'm dehydrated, but I'm feeling good. I'm glad we did this.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode of the High Quality Podcast. Stay tuned for another one coming out sometime soon as well.
Yep.
Ooh, I wonder who's going to be in it.
Yeah.
You actually don't know, because the one with Adumb will come out before this.
Oh.
So
That's crazy.
get schooled.
Oh, I thought, oh man, I got preempted. I got sniped.
Yeah,
You did.
Mine was supposed to be the first one.
you were, but then, well, I mean, technically, the one that's just me and RH is the first one.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll allow it then. I'll allow it.
anyway,
Well, then now I've got to stay tuned and see who the next guest.
exactly.
Yeah, get excited.
Oh, that's crazy. You guys have just got yourself a new listener.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.